Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a brand new episode of All the Mods 9 to the Sky. Today episode, guys, interesting. Remember, I asked you in the last episode, what island would you like me to actually produce in here? Well, some of you actually got to the Plains Islands, and you know what? I think that, my friends, is what we are going to do. We already have here the tablet of Conju Island, the Plains. Thank you very much. We have all these things going. Let's check very quickly how things are going in here. Obviously, we have all these things going, which are obviously the iron furnaces. Thank you very much. But in addition to we have, look at this, all these things actually producing good stuff. Look at the blaze powders that we have, amount of diamonds, and they carry on producing really cool stuff as well with this little tiny system that we created. Something else that I want to check as well, guys. If you look at the quest line, we created the crusher. The next step up is biofuel. My goodness, and to create biofuel, well, we need to come to the crusher and get some moss blocks. So let me do that very quickly so we can start ticking up some quests as well. And biofuel is something that we will need in the future as well, at some point. Not quite yet, but at some time. So let me grab one of these stacks. Let me show you very quickly how we can actually produce that biofuel as well. Something else that we need to do is to figure out what we are going to do with this island, and I am thinking just to dedicate this to Ars Nouveau. That could be a very good thing, just because the vibe of it looks really nice, I think, for that purpose. And let me grab this crusher. Let me get some moss block going. And as you can see, it's going to start processing biofuel, which, by the way, I already have done a couple of, or a few of these moss block, as you can see, goes straight to the chest. And as you can see, well, my goodness, look at the amount of biofuel that we have. So once we take it, the quest is going to be triggered. Thank you very much. We have another quest ready to go in here, as you can see. So things that we are going to do in this episode, guys, well, let me show you very quickly. We have the tier 4 ore processing factory. We are not going to do the tier 4, but we are going to do the tier 2, I believe. So we are going to do a smelter, an enrichment chamber, a crusher, and a purification chamber. And then next episode, we are going to put all these together, maybe on the island here that we are going to create in this episode, so we can actually create a mechanism lab. That is the idea, my friends. That is the way it's going to go. So before doing that, though, there's a couple of things here and there that I would like to do as well. So biofuel is gone. That can go. I would like to do some staff upgrades, and I already have made 6, as you can see, but I think that we are going to need many more, and that is because this thing eventually is going to be full up, and as you can see, it's starting now to get full. Look at this. And I created 2 here upgrade tier 3s, which is made with gold and all that good stuff, and yeah, it's getting all full up with items in here. So very important that we keep up with that. And the better option, of course, that to upgrade it with the stack upgrades, of course, from sophisticated storage as well. If you remember in last episode, by the way, I need to put this back, not this one in particular, but that can go now back. I have the energy pipes in here that can go as well. We will lose them in a second, this oak chest, and I'm going to keep those for a second in here, because we are going to do some more upgrades in a second. But as you can see, well, we are doing well. We have plenty of infused alloy and refined obsidian ingots that I did off camera as well, which I'll show you later how that goes as well. My goodness, things are happening, guys. So what we have in terms of the quest line in here, well, we have some quests somewhere. Oh, it's going to be right here. Look at that, biofuel. We all done, and we are going to get dandelions. Well, thank you very much for that. I'm pretty sure we can use it at some point. So let's go back to Mekanism a second. And as you can see here, this is going to be the processing factory that we are going to do. And with that, we are going to be able to duplicate the amount of ore. Now, that is the idea. Going back to what we need to go back. Oh, by the way, if you remember in the last episode, we did the Enchanter's Eye. By right-clicking, we can actually access the whole storage system with the crafting table. So that's pretty cool, I think. So how we are going to do this stack upgrades? Well, it's going to be very simple. We are going to need some planks. We are going to need no, that's completely incorrect. What we are going to need, of course, is a gold block of golds. We are going to need a gold ingots, which we have so many because, of course, now we have the crusher going as well. But one thing that we are going to need is the stack upgrade tier 2, and then you're going to need the stack upgrade 1, and so on until you get, of course, to that tier. So that is something that we could actually do as well very, very easily. We could actually, that's a stack up upgrade here too. Do we have it? I don't think we have. Oh, we have them. That's how I made them. So there you have it. Now we have 12 of those. You can actually create them that way as well, should you wanted to. My goodness, that's the way it goes. So to upgrade the barrels, in my case, that's what I have. Simply right click on them. As you can see, you only can put 2. If you try to put a third one, you won't be able to do it. The maximum is 2, so there you have it. And then simply just wait for that to stack up. So now you can actually stack up, as you can see, well, many more items. As you can see, refresh the barrel and you can see now that it stacks up very, very well. So that's something that is really cool to do as well, should you want to do it. Something else I want to do, of course, oh yeah, this is going to be an interesting one, because something else I do in every series when I play all the mods is to create a magnet. These things are pretty cool. You need iron and redstone, lapis lazuli, and ender pearls. And these little things can pick up items and XP up to 5 blocks away when activated. So that's really important. Now you have 2 options to activate these things. You either click H on your keyboard, as you can see, magnet is on, magnet is off, or you can actually right click as well if you wanted to do it that way. And you of course can actually change the keybind should you want to as well to do that. So one thing that I like to do is to put it on the charms slot in here, and now everything that drops close by is going to be picked up automatically, especially if it's within 5 blocks, and you can upgrade this as well. So if we go to the magnet in here, let me check quickly. Maybe we can actually upgrade to the maximum. I wonder if we can actually do this because we have everything that we need. You know what? I think that we could actually do this. That's an interesting concept. You know what? Because that one can pick up items up to 11 blocks. That is actually much better than what I thought. And you know what? With that in mind, get the Enchanter's Eye. Let's grab that, and the only thing that we are going to need are diamonds. We are going to need the magnet, of course, and some Eye of Ender, which we can actually create very easily just by doing so. We are going to get the magnet in there as well. I'm going to put the stack up upgrades in there as well, as you can see. But now the only thing that we need, oh, the magnet was in there already. I wonder we need to create a new one, because sometimes when you use it activated, it doesn't like it that much. Well, that's something that can happen as well, effectively, yeah. But now we need a diamond, so let's go sleep and grab that diamond. And as you can see, we have plenty of those, so there you have it. Now we get 40 of those. And the magic of having this enchanter side is that you don't have to be running in and out all the time to whatever you have placed your crafting table. Now we can actually craft this straight away. Look at that. My goodness, this is pretty cool. Now we can actually pick up items and XP up to 11 blocks away. This can be very, very helpful, guys. So forget for a second just the looting. This thing is going to do it for you for sure. So back again to my bubbles, and that's going to go to the charm school, to the charm slot. I mean, we need to activate it. And you know what? I'm going to do it by hand in this occasion. Still, it's going to be H on your keyboard as a default keybind. You can change it to whatever you want, of course. And now we have as well quest in here, and that's going to be part of the tips and tricks in here. And yeah, now we have a bit of XP. Thank you very much indeed. Something else that we are going to have to do is the electrolytic separator, and this thing is used, of course, to separate some gases from liquids, like water and all that good stuff. And that is used, of course, if we are going to do the ore processing factory, which in actual fact we are. So we are going to need to do this thing, and I think that we have it right here as well. You know what? I think it's time to get on with these things, and hopefully we can actually make this electric separator. My goodness, we are going to need everything in here, and that is because we are not, and now it's much better. So keep that in mind as well. Electrolytic separator. Oh, we are going to need electrolytic core, and we are going to need some gold dust. Oh, that's going to be simple enough, because definitely we have gold in here. And oh, we have the Hammond there as well. So there you have it. We are going to create a few of these things in here. Chuck them back again. You can stay here. You guys can go. It's just so simple. My goodness, it's just so cool indeed. Okay, now let's create this thing very quickly. There you have it. You can go back again. And with that, now we have the electrolytic separator as well. And that should open some quests as well. And as I said on the next episode, guys, we are going to put all these things together. Something else that we are going to need is a sink. My goodness, we are going to need a sink for sure. And to do that, we are going to need water. And we're going to need terracotta. So you know what? Back again, clean this up a bit, and let's see the sink, because the sink is going to be the water source that we are going to need for sure. Terracotta we are going to need. How we are going to do this? Well, it's going to be simple. We are going to need clay, and it's going to be put into smelting in the furnace to create terracotta. Now, do we have any clay? Well, we should have plenty of these things. My goodness, you know what? I think I'm going to get half of a stack for a second. That should be enough. And with that, we are going to get you, my friend, right here. We have steel ingots going as well, as you can see. So all these things can go back in as well. My goodness. What else can we do? We are doing the sink in a minute. We are going to do the purification chamber, because if we look at the actual question here, it's going to be the smelter, which, you know what, I think there is time to do that one very quickly as well. There's a purification chamber that we are going to need. You have the water source, which is going to be the sink that we are going to make, of course. We are not going to make a gas burning generator quite yet. We will do it at some point, but as you can see, well, we are getting into, well, the amazing thing of this mod, which it can be quite complicated to begin with, but to be honest, it's very doable. Energized smelter, I think the one that we are going to need. And to do this thing, we are going to need the steel casing. I think that we have some of those in here. You know what? We are going to energize, is that? Yeah, that's the energized smelter that we are going to need regardless. Okay, so let's see if we can actually build this quickly through here. The energized smelter. Oh my goodness, straight away we can actually make it. So you know what? Energized smelter it is as well. By the way, we are going to make the island in a second, guys, so don't worry about it. Okay, so let's start removing things from here. That can go and that can go as well. Enriched carbon. Okay, enriched chamber. We can actually put coal to create enriched carbon. And I'm saying that because that's going to be part of the quest line as well. Somewhere, yeah, you have it. Enriched items through the enriched chamber. So what we are going to need? Well, we are going to need coal, and see we can actually get some of that. Oh my goodness, we have quite a lot in here, but you know what? I'm going to save half of that. Let me grab those in here. And as you can see, once again, we are going to need the enrichment chamber, which I think that we have this one ready in here for us. And with that, my friends, we should be able now to make the item that we need. So let's wait for a little while, and I'll be with you in a second. Okay, guys, as you can see, we already have 7 of those, and I think that that's going to be enough for a second. As you can see, now we are taking some quests as well. Now, this is important, guys, that you do the quest, because it's going to give us really cool stuff, like infused alloy, for example. That is really good. We have now 2 enriched carbon that we can actually get. We will need them eventually anyway. Electrolytic separator we just made. We are going to get more infused alloy. We have so much of that because the resources that we can actually make with that. We are having a pressurized reaction chamber here. I'm not sure that we are going to need it for this one in particular. I don't think that we need it for these 4. So what we're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do this first 5, of course, first one. And then maybe in future episodes we can actually expand a bit to do the rest of the operation. That's going to be a tier 2, I believe. So that is what we are aiming for at this point. So, with that in mind, guys, well, let me just grab against the resource things in here, and I'm going to put that back in there. You can go in there as well, clear the recipe, and certainly clear that as well. So we have a vision here of what we have and what we haven't. And now I think it's time to pick up as well the terracotta, so we can actually make the sink that we are going to need to make these things happen. And of course, we need some water as well. And you know what? It's going to be easy, because we certainly have plenty of buckets. My goodness, look at that, the amount of buckets that we have. So we need some water. Let's grab it very quickly, and once we have the sink, of course, we are going to be able to remove this thing in here, because the sink will provide us, of course, with infinite amount of water as well. And the sink it is. There you have it. Now we have 1 sink producing there. What else do we need to do that? Oh, we need more terracotta. You know, I was thinking in creating another one just for ourselves, but you know what, let's leave it there for a second and see how that goes. Now, as you can see, we have created another bucket. My goodness, we have so many buckets. Oh my goodness, we have so many. But you can see we are going nice and steady, going forward towards the end of the quest, which is going to be pretty cool indeed. The purification chamber, this is something else that we need to do, of course. You know what, I think that we have it somewhere around here. Yeah, purification chamber it is. What we're going to need, enrichment chamber to do that, and that is going to be easy enough to do that, because we already have half of the resources already made. And as you can see, oh my goodness, look the amount of quests that just popped in. My goodness, look at this, everything that we have done so far. Wow, we are going to need iron clamps, we're going to get a random one, basic control circuits. We have quite a few of those as well, actually. A crusher we created as well. Actual fact, I think we created 2 or 3 of those. My goodness. Dirty iron dust. Well, I don't think that we are going to use that very much. I don't think. But the advanced control circuit definitely are going to be very helpful to us. Okay, so there you have it. One setup so far. Here tells you how to create everything. The electrolytic separator, they can see. We created, and definitely we created some biofuel as well. And what are these substrates? Well, we need to go to the pressurized reaction chamber, which we don't have. Oh, of course, and then you put the biofuel. Okay, so that is what it is. So let me check what we have in here very quickly. My goodness, we have so many things in here. So I'm going to get rid of the things that I'm not using at the moment. And what we are going to get is get the bookmarks clean as well. We have done a few things here and there. By the way, these pipes, we are going to need them at some point. And they are much cheaper version to make that from Mekanism that of the mobs. And we are going to need basic universal cables, basic mechanical pipes, and basic pressurized tubes. One is for water, one is for gases, all the good stuff. So we will look into that next episode, guys, because I don't want this episode to go too long. But in a sense, that is the way it's going to go. So we can actually remove that. We can remove that as well. We done the electrolytic separator as well, which is done. The purification chamber, I think that we already done. Yes, it is done as well. The crusher, we have an additional crusher that we are going to need. Let's create a crusher. Thank you very much. It's going to be quite easy to do, although one thing that we are going to need, of course, is going to be some lava. We are going to place the lava in here. And if you remember correctly, now we have a lava source in here, which is infinite as well. And as you can see, boom, lava we have once again. And let's create this thing by placing the lava in here. And now we have the crusher. There you have it. Very, very simple. Okay, so we have a few things going in here. Enrichment chamber has been done as well. We are going to need an additional one, so let's do that one. My goodness, guys, the amount of things that we are going to need. And of course, the energized smelter. I think that we done that. Yeah, there you have it. And with that, my friends, I think it's time to remove all these things. We will need some basic universal cables, so we are going to create 1 and 2. There you have it. 16 is going to be more than enough, I think. You're going to need the basic mechanical pipes, and we can actually create 2 of those as well. There you have it. And then we are going to need the basic pressurized tube, and this is for the gas. So very simple to make, by the way, because at this point in the series, you should be able to have plenty of steel iron, glass, all the good stuff. And as you can see, well, we are getting there. My goodness. Okay, let's get basic mechanical pipes for free. There you have it. And then what we're going to get 4 basic pressurized tubes as well. There you have it. And of course, you can actually go all the way with pipes. Oh my goodness, there's so many things to do that definitely you can actually do a lot. Biogenerator, what is this? Oh, we could create one of these things, you know? And you know, I don't think that we are going to need it quite yet, but just for the fact that there is a quest pending in there, I think that we can create it, take it with us, and then what we're going to do is place it into the system in here, and of course pick up the quest, because why not, we're going to get, well, an osmium ingot. So there you have it. And the good thing is that we are taking all the quests. So nighttime has arrived, let's go sleep, and you know what, guys, time to create the island. Something else that we are going to need is some food. My goodness, I hate doing this. I'm sorry. I am sorry, I need to kill you. Okay, so we have some food in there as well. We have eggs. Okay, well, it is what it is. We have eggs, and we have some leather. I'm pretty sure we're going to need it. We have some sinew as well. Thank you very much. Okay, well, it is what it is, guys. But one thing that we're going to need is food for sure. So let's cook that one very quickly, because we're starting to get a bit hungry. And let's create the island. And with that, my friends, well, there you have it. Time to have something to eat. What better than have a good fillet steak? My goodness. That is the way it is. So, you know what? I think it's time, guys, to create these islands, with the hope that we can actually, next episode, use this island as a base for all the mechanism needs that we are going to need. So with that, my friends, it's time to create it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's happening, guys. Not too sure how this is going to go, but as you can see, oh wow. Okay, let's see what happens, shall we? Because not too sure what to expect at this point of this, but it's looking very, very plain indeed. And as you can see, look at that island. My goodness. That's it? This is what we get? That's it? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I think that we can work with this, I think. You know what? You can actually enhance the spell as well. And you know what? I think that we're going to do a bit of working here, working there. But you know what? I'm happy with that. I think that we can work with these things. So there you have it, guys. My goodness, the amount of things that we done today in this episode. There you have it. New island. Very, very small island. But we will work on that one, my friends. And there you have it. So please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next daily upload, guys. Until then, take great care.